Yum, 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 yum. Is this thing on the... Hello, Toad Square. I'm tired. Oh, God. What's the volume balancing doing? What the dog doing? Alright. Hello, Toad Square. Anyways, today I wanted to keep yapping and talk about the analysis engine and then try to get something going. But then when I was doing some preliminary research off stream, it's a lot harder than I envisioned. The required sort of setup, how do I say this? The math behind the scenes, there's still a lot of stuff that I don't know because number one, all the algorithms and the math and the stuff that I found so far that I've managed to collect are very abstract. They're very highly complicated, and I don't know how effective they are at actually giving us what we want. But then that being said, that is just the first level, right? In order to, for example, analyze a piece of art, it is not as simple as just running a singular filter, and then we can learn everything there is to learn about art, right? Like, there's a lot of sort of issues. For example, maybe they like to use a certain range of color for a certain part of the canvas. Then in which case you have to be, the system has to be smart enough to be able to isolate that part of the canvas. And in order to do isolation, there will be segmentation, and then that in and of itself is already a huge amount of computations. So rather than like being able to just use some of these algorithms right off the bat, it feels a lot more like you're trying to sort of apply a bunch of layer modes together, right? In a composited manner. So you're, for example, let's say you're looking at a piece of art like this, and you might want to be able to find out, say, actually, I don't know for this one specifically what you might want to find out. Maybe like the colors you use for the characters, the rendering style used for the characters versus the rendering used for the background. In which case, you have to be able to identify the character herself against the background. And then if you're analyzing the background, you can sort of come out with the shapes and then look at how the shapes are grouped together. And then you have stuff like what is the threshold of the numbers to compute and stuff like that. So as of right now, like, I don't really have anything that I can truly sort of demonstrate with this. The stuff that we have right now is very basic and not very effective. And I think that already sort of kind of, I guess, showcases the complexity of the problem, because despite the math that's being done being that simple and the idea being that simple, hello George, it is already not working that effectively, right? All we want was to just group it based on sort of what kind of vibes the image is giving off, how blue and how green in this case, and for the most part it's doing a decent job. But even then, it's already very tricky because you have very faded colors everywhere in the spectrum. You have stuff that also has a lot of white space as well. So yeah, it's kind of tricky. I wanted to get something going so that we can start using this, but as far as I can tell, it's not that simple. It's not even as simple or as complex as I thought it was going to be. It's more complex than I thought it was going to be. And you start to go into sort of stuff like machine learning and those kind of things are, I don't know if you want to cross that line at this point. So, you know, it is pretty tricky here. But the good thing is, at least, I guess, the structure is there. So I can technically just drop this and just do some thinking behind the scenes. And then eventually we can maybe use this. Yeah. So today there's two ways I can go about this, right? I can continue to sort of refine this document here. This document is just a sort of central position for everything that we have learned and talked about and written down or drawn up over the past 311 streams. Well, mostly past 300, because the past 11 streams have been doing dumb shit. And yeah, so the idea was to finish writing. Each one of these points could have been a document, and then those documents can go online onto the blogs. But then in order for it to be presentable and coherent, it's going to take a lot of writing as well. So I'm not really sure. Maybe today we won't do any writing. Maybe today we won't do any sort of trying to push any limits or anything. Maybe we'll just do some simple sketches. Maybe we'll just do some simple studies. I'm not really sure at this point. I'm going to give this a quick read, just to refresh myself on what happened yesterday. But yeah, otherwise, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Currently, we're in a very weird stage of the journey. There are some things that I kind of have to do. Like I need to identify a direction and so on and so forth. It's actually on the to-do list here, right? Currently, we are basically dealing with these things. Just ignore the others. It's not very critical. But for art, we need to get better, right? But then there's also finding out the direction here. So both of these are directly related to the channel itself, more related to the channel because they're art-based. And also just being better at art, essentially, is what this is meant to be. So for colors, I just need to do more practice. Rendering is more about just decision making, such as the kind of shapes, balances between large and small shapes, and then the consistency of using textures, for example. There's also design, talking about design, but design is way down the line. Storytelling, different ways of presenting ideas. So this is the one they were talking about with using the website and the Live 2D and the animation, After Effects, blah blah blah. And then also finding out this, what it means to be good and competent enough how to quantify, and so this is the logical conclusion. Planning for streams. Yeah. Anyways. My streams are exactly what I thought they should be, but they're, as a result, it's very, like, very messy. It is what I was wanted to set out to do, to showcase the mess that is behind everything. But it's gotten to the point where I kind of have to reconsider some of the things that I'm doing here. The good thing is that some of these things are slight tangents, but they're also already done, so we can pivot a little bit easier. Okay, how about this? It's been a while since I've drawn. I'm just gonna do some sketches. It is interesting because no matter what I do, whether if it's document writing or whether if it is sketching, they all kind of require quite a bit of warm-up, which is very interesting. I can distinctly feel my brain working more or less efficiently depending on whether if I've done the warm-up yet or not. And because I've done the warm-up, I'm not done for either one of them. Neither one is really processing at this point. I'm trying to set up my desk here. I got my tablet in the right spot. Oh. Yeah. I think the analysis engine will have to come in here if we were to do more planning. Because the analysis engine right now is to figure out the logic behind the scenes, to know that, hey, if we want to figure out how to... So for art, there are different ways of stylize. And how can we break down this giant monolithic art sort of idea into the different components? And then based on those components, based on each of those components, how can we subsequently create an equation or a series of math, a series of transformations to the original piece to then demonstrate this particular aspect of art in a very clear and easy to understand and graphical and spatial way, so that it's easy to understand. But I'm just gonna leave a note here. So why useful helps understand some stuff. Stylization. So specifically under stylization, there's the analysis engine. So, oh my god, I cannot type. ID, so identify the aspects of the styles. Wait, the aspects of art that we want to extract / plot / understand spatially. Number 2, identify the tools / transformations we have at our disposal segmentation. I don't know what technically convolution is. I believe convolution is the correct term for this. And then we have the positing of transformations to convert one into a singular number. So we need to quantizing. What's it quantifying? I'm not sure. To use for plotting. Right. So an example of this is that if you want to find the type of colors that the artist might like, then the tools and transformation that we have available would be to look out the pixels, do some math and count out the pixels. And then we can count down the pixels in different ways so that we can convert the stuff that we want into a singular number, like say the number of blue pixels, and then use that number to subsequently put them onto the same sort of grid and provide value by having sort of the spatial organization of different styles, and you can physically see different artists liking to do different things for the same aspect of art. But anyways, that's what that is. And it's gonna take a while, so I'm just gonna ignore this for now. Believe it or not, I'm not really gonna finish this for now. I keep saying for now, but more likely than not, these ones I'm probably not really gonna finish because I don't want to get the... There's this issue where I get really caught up with the lines. And it doesn't really take as much time nowadays, really, but like... I don't know. Actually, I should finish this, but... Currently, I don't have anything in my head, so I'm not going to try to force it to happen. It's going to be a problem if I do that. I'm gonna actually try to reference some of the stuff that Duvet might have sent before. I think some of the artists that he has recommended before are truly very effective and very sort of like, it's very simple, it's very effective at just delivering the idea, and I kind of wanted to help me keep myself in check here. I'm just gonna go through the chat and see what we have in the past here that was recommended by Duvet. Oh, I know who this is. Anyways, I hope everyone else has a good day so far. Make good progress, etc., etc. This is Uni's recommendation. I think. You guys can't see it, by the way. I do understand. Oh, this is the dog one. Vibe Code Hero website? Oh. Yeah, I was sorry. I was talking to coworkers about OpenClaw today. Because OpenClaw, like all the AI is all the same thing, right? They just take plain text and then they consume it, then they give a response. But because agents are basically chaining multiple instances, multiple uses of these AIs in a series, it appears as though they are more intelligent and more capable, right? Because the first request can be to ask them to do planning on what to do, and then subsequent requests are just simply executing this much more thought out plan. And then they can take in more new inputs and a new idea and new responses to create a better plan as it goes along. But at the end of the day, this is a very manual process. Like, you have to initiate the process, and you may have to go around looking for some information to give it. So the whole idea of OpenClaw is that you start to automate and make some of these processes even more autonomous, so they can do their own scheduling. They can do more information collection in a more very specialized way, and so on and so forth. Which is why like it's a lot of there's been a lot more sort of these more autonomous ways of working with programming. And you're getting to the point where you can pay $200 a month, get like essentially get four pretty very sort of powerful interns, and you can over the course of 1 month sort of guide them and hone them into something that is more effective at doing your specific job that you have for them. And you basically have like 4 employees for $200 a month, and you can create like entire SaaS, like software as a service. You can create entire apps and ideas and bring them to market in basically a week, right? Like what we did with the analysis engine. But yeah, like there's a lot of cases of people making thousands of dollars per month now, just because they can get like sorry, where's my stupid ass reference? But because they can get the product off the ground by themselves without needing like say people funding them so they can hire people, you know. So websites and stuff. Sorry, I don't know why I want to draw. I'm trying to consolidate. Let's just draw stuff that don't make sense. Anyways, George, I hope you're progressing in your website. Very cool. Thank God. So much work. Everything is so much work. Holy shit. Yeah. I don't know what I'm drawing, by the way. I don't know who I'm drawing. I might draw some furry characters. Yeah. Well, not much choice though, like, because so right now there's nothing easy to pick off to proceed with. So if that's the case, I do need more time to figure out the logic. But it would make sense though. I guess it makes sense that everything is so hard. Because like if they were easy, everyone would have done it by now. It wouldn't be impressive anymore, so there's no reason. Like this is the premise, right? The whole point is that you want to do things that people have never done before. Or at least are not doing as well as you thought that they could be. So you take the time and effort to refine the process and figure it out for yourself and learn along the way. And inherently that's gonna take time and effort. Because something like that doesn't yet exist, right? That's the value of it. Therefore, you don't really know. You can't really justify doing it full time unless you're willing to YOLO. It means inherently I have to work alongside something more stable, like a real job. And inherently that means gonna always have to be under a lot of work. I don't know. I think with this logic, it means there's no better way to do this then, I guess. It is what it is indeed. Yeah, but the thing is you never will be. Like financially stable, I believe we should be. I am right now. It's more about being independent. I think. Hello, Deemer. Is my hand shaking? Oh my god. Ooga booga. Ooga booga. You might need to, yeah. After recently, I think there's just been a lot more, too much pushing for stuff that we don't know, which is, you know, things that you have to do. You kind of have to do that, right? Explore what you can or cannot do, some new ideas, etc., etc. But like maybe yeah, we should it's time to return back to our roots for a little bit. Just do something that's more simple and more enjoyable, whatever that may be, regardless if it's necessarily working towards one of the goals that I have set up. Because now it's more about just sort of recovering. Get the recovery process going. And then when we have the energy and everything again, we can try to go back and push the limits once again. There's still a lot of limits left to be pushed here. Regardless, though, it's nice to know that the other few bad, yeah, 100%, right? 100%. It is a lot like sort of satisfying your desires for something, like your urge to do something, right? My urge to sort of program and make a website, and get something out there because I know I can, right? The thing is, I've done this so many times, so I know that it's not so difficult. I think it's been both sort of a blessing and a curse. A lot of things I see people do, a lot of things that I want to do, I don't think of them as impossible. Like most of the stuff, like unless it's physically impossible, like you know, people can't fly, kind of impossible. Then I really don't think about it because it's kind of stupid. But otherwise, like it's always been like, yeah, I know I can do this, right? It's just a matter of time. I know I can compose music at one day. Just a matter of putting in the time and effort to learn. But because of that, you feel like you want to do everything and you feel like you reasonably can expect yourself to be able to do that thing eventually. And then coupled with a little bit of impatience, it becomes very overwhelming. So I feel like I gotta do this now. It's Clip Studio Paint, not MT911. Welcome. Clip Studio Paint. Currently it's on version 4, but version 5 is coming up soon, which tells a lot of interesting and new features, I do believe, but I'm not too familiar with it. I literally just updated too, so I'm not gonna update it again, I don't think. Anyways, I forgot what I was talking about. I'm sure if it's important, I remember. I'm sure if it's worth remembering, I will remember. Otherwise, it is what it is. Sorry, what the? Why was that separate tab? Yeah, no problem, not. Any questions, I respond as soon as I see the message. If YouTube would just give me the message. Sometimes it eats it up. There is actually, yeah, like we kind of sort of haven't talked about this in a while, but end of the month, you know, if everything goes well, I think I'm supposed to have my one-on-one with Pio Tegu. Kind of forgot about that, you know, for the most part. I mean, I didn't forget about it. Like I kind of have to be on top of everything. But we haven't talked about it in a while. I imagine most people would have forgotten about it. Ask. Right. Honestly, there's nothing really stopping us from reaching out for sure. Especially because I speak the languages that's required. That's the whole point, right? I mean, sorry, I'm not asking you guys, I'm asking myself. That's the whole point why I pick up some of the languages in the first place, is so that they lower the barrier to entry to a lot of these opportunities. But the opportunities that I still have to go and find and achieve. When she gets stuck, huh? Will do, George. Hopefully I don't forget. Sorry, I'm stupid. Give me a second. Counter on the line? Okay, counter on the line then. Where is the... I know I made a special thread somewhere about Kiyotego. Ah, I found it. Never mind. I'm just gonna copy and paste your message in. Octopus red waving. Very cool. Yeah, no problem, George. S10 FE Plus tab, looking for a program to use on Android. I'll try Clip Studio. Thanks again. No problem. Clip Studio is one of the industry standards, I would like to say. Although I don't know anything about the industry because I am not in the industry. But I feel like a lot of people use Clip Studio Paint. And it's very powerful. It's mostly made for drawing manga. There's a lot of quality of life for manga drawing. But other than that, it also has a very good sort of asset store. So if you're looking for custom brushes and stuff like that, even without paying dollar bills, you can find decent things out there. So I personally would recommend. But that being said, this is also the only thing I've used. So obviously very biased. But all the best in your journey, Not. I'm trying to draw Rossi again. I don't really know if I should draw a character that everyone knows, because then there's a requirement on the quality. Whereas if you just draw whatever... oh yes, no problem, Not. MT911. But yes. Yeah, but Uni said she was having trouble getting Tang Tang because she didn't finish her art of Rossi, of Tang Tang. So maybe I should finish my art of Rossi, finish something first before she's in the gacha rotation, just in case. Just in case, we pay our tributes first. We pay our tributes now. Do it now. I don't want to be too caught up on stuff like hands and arms and then all those anatomy stuff. I've been very envious of people who are able to draw a little bit more, like just the more cutesy stuff without necessarily worrying too much about being anatomically correct. Sorry, stupid pronunciation issues every time. And give that a try ourselves, right? Like I'm trying to make things more round. You see, like the hairs are a lot rounder. I'm purposefully making the edges round here. Oh, this is too low. This angle is going up, but then I'm pulling this kind of low. Not that it's that important. Isn't art fun, guys? I feel like I haven't preached to you guys about how fun art is for a while now. Art is so fun, guys. It's like a mirror. You're staring at your own incompetence. Sorry, no offense. I'm staring at my own incompetence constantly. Holy shit. What fun it is to face reality every single day for 3 hours. I will never trade this for anything. Of course not. That would be ridiculous. I try to remember. I'm gonna try and not pull for Rossi and Tang Tang off stream. I'm gonna try and pull it on stream. Although it wouldn't necessarily be very interesting because I don't do reactions and stuff like some other streamers might. But I figured that if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it on stream. At least there's some interesting content, I suppose. For the soup lady, I'll probably do it next week, actually. Because we should be able to get I should be able to get all her free tickets over the weekends, because it's the first 3 days, right? So surely we can get that soon. And then Rossi Rissy, right? The same thing. We get the free tickets and then I'll pull. We'll pull until they come out, by the way. I have every intention to spend money until we get them. So there is that. Oh, you know what? I should be a little bit more smart about the sketching process as well. It's kind of cool that the hood is a little bit more irregular with this opening here, but it also makes it such a pain in the ass to draw, because every stroke feels like it's wrong. Oh boy. What is this claw thing doing? Is it just a... I don't know what that is. What am I looking at? Well, it's okay then. I mean... Yeah, I guess today's exercise is exercise not necessarily in color or render or anything, any of that, but mostly a process thing. Quality control thing. To not get too tied up. To stay as loose as possible and then do it as quickly and as most enjoyably as possible, I would say. Would be the goal for today. Whatever that means. I do need to know where the body goes, though. Let me get a different rep here. Oh boy. Right, don't overthink this. Don't overthink this. Open animation new tab. It's bloody empty. What? Get a different pose for the legs. Or maybe it shouldn't be more like this. Hello, G-Talk. Okay, because I'm not feeling it, I'm gonna have to learn to do this a little bit better. Sorry. Let me rephrase. I have no idea what the fuck I just said. But because the goal today is to learn to not get too caught up on things, I am just going to give some ideas, like 1 or 2, 3 tries. Like if I'm trying to push for the body to be full here and I don't know what to do with the legs right now, I'm just gonna drop it. I think that is the practice. To not try to be so caught up on trying to be perfect with everything. If I can do something, I do it. If I cannot do it, find like the most simplest thing that I can do that works, and then we just move on to something else, to another idea here, so we don't get caught up on anything particular. If it's not good, it's not good, you know. People in the past have said as well, right? Like, it's not like you're gonna draw that one idea once only in your entire life, anyways. So if it's not good now, that just means that you can do it better later, I suppose. I suppose. Alright, let's just sort out the rest of the cape here real quick. So it does come in. No target. No active targets. I'm gonna drop. We're gonna pivot, and then we're gonna go do another slightly different thingy. You said main alignment, right? Main alignment. Oh, main alignment doesn't have to go with it. I'm not reading. Interesting. It's not coalescing, but it's also not dying just yet. Ah, I see. That always did. like 3 of them? 4 of them? 3 of them? Too much junk. How do you do this? Alright, drop it. Start target. One hour in. Wow. Hmm. We're on default settings. I'm not trying to adjust anything. I'm not trying to set anything. Autopilot. Yeah, this could use a reference, but yeah. Gonna be right back. Gonna go to the washroom. Oh, hello, Debate. Hello. Is this your daily, Dubé? What in the world am I looking at? Holy shit. Is this allowed on stream? What is this? Hello, Dubé? What is this? You gotta explain yourself. My god. I don't know, this is Dubé's daily. Another win for the blind. God damn. Titanic dent in the skull. Krillin with a nose. Hello, Dubé. Very interesting recommendation today. I feel like this is the kind of art that you see in like a gallery that goes for like a couple $1,000,000. And then I would just be like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But okay. Texture is kind of interesting though. It's like a cardboard. It's like they drew it on a cardboard or something. This horizontal line. Yeah, before and after. It was very cool. Like deliberate blurring in the lenses. Did you put it? This is very cool. You can kind of feel it. You can kind of feel like you're very close to the face. Does that make sense? Wow, okay. Well, I mean, thank you, Duvay. My god, the shit post, man. Holy shit. See, this is what you should use your skills for, honestly. Peter. Lower. Okay, Oh man, I haven't eaten McDonald's ice cream for so long, I just realized. How do you draw this? Actually, did work. Yeah, analysis. The analysis on the analysis engine has revealed that it is going to take a lot more analysis behind the scenes in order to set up the scripts that would then help us perform the analysis. However, the complexity of the analysis required behind the scenes is a little bit too much at this point. So I don't think I'm actually technically capable of doing so at this point in time. It requires a lot more experimentation. So Porter Robinson. Porter Robinson. Well, once the stream looks like it's just like a normal stream, we're not trying to freaking set up for After Effects. I'm not listening to any other copyrighted music that you guys can't hear. We're listening to the same thing. We're not doing coding, we're not doing website, we're not talking and writing and just kind of randomly sketching. What happened yesterday? Look at me. Oh, I see. Yes, people, the worst thing on earth. Absolutely. I see. Hopefully you didn't catch a cold or something. I feel like after COVID happened, every so often there's like a dangerous new disease going around. Or maybe it's always been like that in human history, just that no one noticed until COVID made everyone more sensitive and aware. Oh, oh, that's nice. Commissioned officer. Significant. Ah, I see. Already got the bug. Nothing to do but recover, I suppose. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Mm-hmm. Right. The first thing they do in military is to strip away individualism, so everyone can come together. Otherwise, if people are too caught up on being an individual, there will be no team, there will be no cohesiveness, and then the unit will fail. So the first thing you get hammered in is to just work as a whole. Everyone's responsible for everyone else. Everyone gets punished when one person does something wrong. To really drill it home. After that, it's all just luck. Gotta be at the right place at the right time. Or rather, not be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Otherwise, GG. Good luck. Good luck, broski. Is that right? That's great. Always a good problem to have. Is it blowing up in the server? Are you posting it somewhere else? Twitter. Ooh. Congratulations. Indeed.
Sometimes the inner voice is encouraging, calling for you to run those final few yards. You're nearly there. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. It will all be okay in the end. best sort of inner voice speaks to us in a gentle, kind, and unhurried way. It should feel as if a sympathetic arm were being put around our shoulder by someone who had lived long and seen a great many sad things.
Have that. Interesting. Good night, George. Good night.
Good night, George.
Good night. Whoa, what? Going back for a second. Indeed, it does, yeah. No, I haven't pulled for her yet because I'm waiting for the free tickets. So yeah, probably next week. I'll probably pull on stream. It wouldn't be very long, but at least it's something different, I suppose. No, it's like a daily login, right? So you need 3 days at least. But for her, I'm just really just pulling for fun. Because I don't use cryo. I only use my physical team just because I'm too lazy to build for another one and relearn all the thing. Not that I'm really playing the physical team that well, but since Rossi is gonna be physical, then I have no reason to change at all. Yeah, because I just played the original team, right, which is just admin with Perlka and Chen, and then like 2 of them are like already physical. It used to be Fluoride, but Fluoride's play is not very fun. Like her movements are kind of slow, because she like shoot, and then there's like this long build up to like a shoot, but the long build up shoot, it doesn't even do that much damage anyway. So like it didn't feel very good. And then I got Poggers at some point when I was pulling the normal banner. So might as well. But now Perlica is still in the team just because she's part of the like the main team. But if Rossi comes out, which I'm gonna go get her for sure, then she'll just replace Perlica. Oh, I do have Leaf. Right, yeah. Well, I was trying to build an electric team now, like because I like the bunny. What's her name? Arvena. But then it was costing way too much dollar bills, and then 1.1 got announced. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna save up then. I heard that like Aviwena's gameplay is very fun because you set up the spheres and then you run around and then you try to get them to pierce shit. And then yeah, in the current physical team was just kind of just clicking buttons. I didn't really care about the rotation. I just started kicking buttons anyways. That's why I wanted to try the lightning team, but I didn't want to lower my world level, and then I blah blah blah, you know. No, because as in like so if you're building a new team, right? Assuming you're starting from scratch, your level is low, right? If you don't lower the world level, you have to bring them up to speed. So the choice is I can set up the lightning team, lower the world level just to get a feel for the gameplay, see if I like it, and then I commit. But because I didn't want to lower the world level, which is just a couple button clicks, I started dumping a bunch of money and resources in. And then 1.1 released, so I end up wasting a bunch of resources technically because I'm not using the team. So that's what happened. Ooga, ooga booga. Pika pika Pikachu. Fitness lines check. Depends on which way we're committing. I'm not sure. I think the problem is fundamentals. I think I should just go back to doing anatomy. I think the problem here nowadays is right. The main problem is that it's not fun to draw. But the reason why it's not is just that there's still a lot of things that I cannot just pump out immediately. And at the very least, I think anatomy shouldn't be part of that set of problems. I think like if there's background rendering, texture, that kind of stuff, I think that's fine. Colors, whatnot. But sketches should be done much more comfortably than this. We managed to get here decently comfortably, but anything beyond this level is a problem. So there should be a return to just the anatomy and stuff, just to get rid of this this resistance. Sometimes things kind of come out a little bit more naturally, and that's more fun because you're not actively forcing something to happen by choosing a style or whatever. You're kind of discovering like what people tend to say. But I think that doesn't really work unless it's something that I'm quite a lot more fluent in, like proficient in, and that only comes with experience. I guess what's happening is that over the time spent practicing and whatnot, getting good enough at that sort of skill, in this case maybe anatomy or like face, you kind of accumulate enough experience across various different poses, very different ideas and emotions and facial expressions. That in the moment, things just kind of happen and things just make sense. And therefore, you don't feel that resistance. And therefore, it is fun because you can focus on the ideas rather than making things look correct. Which, if you're not practicing enough, it doesn't ever look correct anyways. So it ends up being like this vicious cycle where it doesn't look good, you become less motivated, you become less likely to do something good afterwards. So fundamentals again. Actually, sorry, not that. Here. Can't see my keyboard. In due time.
This next song is for the love of my life and the person who really truly saved me and helped this album actually come into existence.
Thank you. I'll say goodbye soon. Though it's the end of the world. Don't blame yourself now. And if it's true, I will surround you and give life to a world that's our own. Thank you. I'll take it though it's the end of the world. Don't blame yourself. And if it's true, I will surround you and give life to a world that's our own.
So it's two. Let's see. Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas. Four. Oh, okay, that's the case. I don't have to worry about it anymore. So 21 by 9, right? 7 by 3. Sure, why am I making a widescreen? I don't even have a widescreen. 0 sanity behavior. Fine. Oh yeah, it is, yeah. I was trying to full commit into furry, but then the hands always get me. Because they're like so big, like the really furry ones. Like this stupid bunny from ZZZ. Damn big ass hands and legs. But I respect this, man. This is full commit. 35 gigabits indeed. Sorry, gigabytes. I just divided it by 8, but anyways. Really big. Yeah, okay. We do our semi. Boga, boga. Pega, pega. Pikachu. Oh wait, music ended? No, I'm just deaf. Fontaine is nice. Maybe I can go sleep in Fontaine tonight. 0%. Wait, how long? When did you start? Just? I wish you all the best. Gonna take a while. Yeah, perhaps. Holy shit, dude. What? That is insane. Meow, 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 meow. Are you even watching? You should probably stop watching the stream so it downloads faster. Oh my god. One day. You should still probably stop watching the stream so that you can download it faster. 9 to 14 hours is kind of insane. Now I'm hopping off as well, so it's no problem. No problem. Thanks for coming, Igami. Is the other viewer a deemer? I see 2 people in my view count. But yeah, thanks for coming. Things are very... It's a very weird time right now, where a lot of things are pending, but then there's also a lot of things getting done, but it never feels like we're going anywhere, and it's like, But yeah, anyways, we'll figure it out. Have a good night, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.